Hi everybody, this is Alchemist 2, and I'm back again with another book review. I just recently read Jane Eyre. I think it's pronounced Eyre, or Eyre, I'm not sure, it's probably Eyre. Written by Charlotte Bronte, and of course she is one of the Bronte sisters, and I'm going to read the very first leaflet, which I think is very, very interesting. She lived from 1816 to 1855. She was sent to boarding school in 1824 with her 4 sisters. They were treated very horribly, and their dour father brought them back, but it was too late for the eldest because they were both dead. But Jane Eyre is actually a recollection of that. It's semi-autobiographical, and we find that Jane herself is an orphan. And there's one part in the very beginning where she accidentally drops her blackboard, and the instructor, the teacher, or the matron deems her the spawn of Satan from that moment on. This child has no saving grace. This child is the very seed of the devil himself. I thought, ooh, for dropping a blackboard? That's just... Well, yeah, that's a little... Actually, that's very extreme. And she has a friend in the book during the very beginning that we're actually led to believe dies, because in the way that she speaks, it's very obvious that this character is going to pass away. And you think, oh, no, Jane, she just found a new friend, and now that friend's going to die. And later on, she grows older. It's Jane's whole life. And she grows older, and she finds companionship in Edward, and you think, this is going to be very interesting. But there's another man in contention with Edward who wants Jane to become his perfect missionary wife, and she has absolutely no inclination toward this man. And it's interesting, her experience at Thornfield, and just the horror that she undergoes, and then finally the happy ending. I'm not going to say what the happy ending is, because it's very, very satisfying. You think, oh, Jane, you've just been through the absolute worst that anybody could ever want to experience, and yet she still holds on to this hope that this turn of events with Edward will turn out to be beneficial and a boon to her existence. I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but it's a long book. It's not one of the longest books I've written, but I really love the way that Charlotte writes. She writes in a very poetic manner, and there was a poem here that I really liked. I'm actually writing it down, but I'm going to read the whole thing because I love the language. The truest love that ever heart felt at its kindest core did through each vein in quickened start the tide of being poor. Her coming was my hope each day, her parting was my pain. The chance that did her steps delay was ice in every vein. I dreamed it would be nameless bliss, as I loved to be, and to this object did I press, as blind as eagerly. As wide as pathless was the space that lay our lives between, and dangerous as the foamy race of ocean surges green, and haunted as our robber path through wilderness or wood. For might and right and woe and wrath between our spirits stood. I dangers dared, I'd hindered scored, I omens did defy. Whatever menace harassed warned, I passed impetuous by. On sped my rainbow fast as light, I flew as in a dream, for glorious rose upon my sight that child of shower and gleam. Still bright on the clouds of suffering dim shines that soft solemn joy. Nor care I now how dense and grim disasters gather nigh. I care not in this moment sweet, though all I have rushed o'er should come upon pinion strong and fleet, proclaiming vengeance sore. Though haughty hate should strike me down, right bar approach to me, and grinding might with furious frown, sweet swear endless enmity. My loved has placed her little hand with noble faith in mine, and vowed that wedlock's sacred band our nature shall entwine. I'm actually going to be using that when I get married. My love is sworn with sealing kiss, with me to live, to die. I have at last my nameless bliss, as I loved am I. I love that. I think it's so beautiful. That's all I had to say about Jane. And actually, I wish to say a little bit more, because the back of the book is better at explaining. I think I explained it quite well, though. She's orphaned. She has a very unhappy childhood. Like I said, it's autobiographical. Hated by her aunt and her cousins, and she's sent to Lowood and later on Thornwood. She stays on as a teacher or governess. She seeks love and friendship. She works at Mr. Rochester. Mr. Rochester is the other man who has interest in her. She hopes she might have found friendship, but she learns there's a terrible secret in the attic. I'm thinking maybe the whole secret in the attic is a trope that was actually started by Miss Bronte. Maybe because we know V.C. Anders uses flowers in the attic and then the basement too. I just think secrets are often kept in areas such as that and or trapdoors, and it reminds me of the secret garden and the little hideaways. And I would absolutely adore to have a house that had little trapdoors and secret byways and pathways leading me into like my study. No one else would know where this room was but me. And they would say, "Where are you, alchemist? I can't find you." He, wouldn't you like to know? Ha ha ha. And then I'll come out and frighten them, and they wouldn't know, and they would be so startled they might have a heart attack, but I wouldn't want to do that to someone. I nearly gave my poor papa a heart attack one time by sneaking around. But it's all in all 600 and some pages, which to me is light reading because I've read Dante's Inferno, amongst others, and Homer's Odyssey, which is really, really long, but well worth reading. But that's all I gotta say. So until next time, live long and prosper. Ciao, tutti.